Hey friends, it's Yogi Steve from Outlier Strength, where discipline becomes habit. This is my mace tutorial on how to learn the 360 mace swing. First thing I'm showing you here is the base position, where you want to hold the mace, so you want to position your hands as close to your belly button as you can without touching your hands. You want to have your chest out, you want to have your abs tight, you basically want to be in good posture. You want to point your nose directly at the handle of the mace. So this is a simple little exercise here where I'm going to spin around and demonstrate that I have control of the mace. It's a really simple, almost stupid exercise. A lot of people have trouble with, though. If you can't balance it here, you're never going to balance it while you swing the mace. So feel free to take a couple of spins with your mace. Hold it vertical, chest out, abs tight, shoulders down and away. I'm always thinking about connecting the tips of my shoulder blades to my feet, just holding posture. All right, so after you take your first couple of swings around, this is the second, probably the most important position in the swing. Second thing I'm going to show you, the elbows up position, the backstroke, the bull's horns. You want to make sure your elbows point straight up as much as you can, given your anatomy. You want your hands as close to the back of your neck as you can, just about without touching. And you want to keep your abs tight. There's a lot of different things that can go wrong here. You can hyperextend your back like this. Your knees can bend. You just want to keep going for posture. Your ass can stick out. So you're always looking to avoid hyperextension and hyperflexion, and you just get that by getting posture. Shoulders down and away, abs tight, eyes forward. And this is a crucial position, the backstroke in the mace. So the next progression in learning the mace swing is the pullover. Pretty simple. I would recommend you start holding the mace in the middle. That makes it lighter. And execute the exercise by putting the mace behind you, your hands close to the back of your neck in that bull's up position as previously discussed. And then pull that mace, your hands towards your belly button. Get in the habit of having your hands in front of your belly button, very close to the body and not the chest. Once you're comfortable holding the mace in the middle, you can work down to the bottom and execute pullovers holding the mace from the bottom. Remember, the further you have your hands away from the belt, the heavier the mace is effectively going to be, how it's going to feel. So once you're comfortable doing pullovers from the bottom, you're getting closer and closer to being able to swing it. But this next exercise coming up is called the front swing, and it's going to teach you how to move the mace ballistically. So here's our last pullover. You do lots of these. You start the front swing by moving at your hips side to side, and then give a little bit of a kick with your wrists to get the mace parallel to the earth. So you want to have your head turning side to side, and you want to parallel the mace to the ground. Crucial that you don't turn your shoulders forward and back. You're just trying to stay squared forward. This exercise is a lot harder than it looks. It takes some time to get it. This teaches you how to generate force from the ground, teaches you how to keep the mace in the center of your body, really teaches you how to posture up while the mace moves ballistically, the front swing, a great progression. Your next progression is the halo. You may have tried this with a kettlebell before. The key to the halo is to keep your hands around your head. You want to sort of trace your head with your hands. So your hands are close together. You want to move towards your opposite ear. You want to have your knuckles sort of drag against the back of your neck. And you want to use this low base. You see here, elbows up, pull it over the top. The halo, it's pretty much a non-ballistic version of the mace swing. It's very close to where we're going. You do it with control. There's no ballisticness to it. And that's the halo. Now your next progression is the backswing to the pullover. You're going to put the mace behind you with the elbows up. You're going to start swaying yourself side to side, trying to keep your hands as close to the back of your neck as possible and get that mace swinging side to side. Maybe start with your wrists first, then add some motion with your body. And then once you have enough motion and height, you're going to find a spot to pull it over to the base position. Put it back behind you and do it again. So you want to do the mace, the rear swing, the back swing, just enough so you can feel yourself getting height. You want to get that mace about 70% towards parallel and then pull it over your shoulder. You'll feel when it's light. It'll be floating. It'll be very easy to pull. So again, back swing, elbows up, hands close to the back of your neck, get some height and pull. I really love this exercise for connecting you to the ground, for improving your elbows up position, for teaching you how to move the mace a little bit ballistically. So swing it from the back and then pull it over the front. So here we are at the full two-hand swing. I'll make an additional video later on transitioning from the halo to the full swing. It's pretty simple though. You just keep lowering your hands down the mace until it swings. I'm pushing it over one shoulder, pulling it over the other shoulder. You want to point the push towards about 2 o'clock on a clock and the pull at 10. You can look at it either way, but it's a 10 and 2 o'clock position on the push and the pull. Your shoulders push the mace, your lats pull the mace, and these are dead stop swings. And now we're getting ready to do one-arm swings. Don't do these unless you really have the two-hand swing dialed down. So this little sequence here is simple. I'm going to do a two-hand swing and then release the bottom hand and execute a one-arm swing. The two-hand swing creates the movement pattern that you want your top hand to follow when you let go of the bottom hand. So it's pretty simple, except in these early stages, the mace will really try to get away from you, and having good control of the mace in a one-arm swing is very tricky. So here you can see I'm just running the series. We got a two-hand swing, I release the bottom hand, I do a one-hand swing, and I catch it. So it's a two-hand swing, one-arm swing, and then I sort of catch it. It's just real important at this stage that you're stabilized at that one-arm swing, and you don't try to do consecutive swings until you have really good control of the mace. So here's a couple more two-hand to one-hand switches. And then I'm going to make the transition to go from one two-hand swing to two swings. You only want to play with this if you have really good control on that one-arm swing. So here it is on both sides. This is where I'm going left. Two one-arm swings after a two-hand swing. Now you build a series. This is a two-hand swing followed by three one-hand swings. 1, 2, 3. And then you practice the switch every time, going over the opposite shoulder. This is a pretty simple idea. You start with one two-hand swing, one one-arm swing, and build the series. And eventually, you can go from the two-hand swing to one-arm swing to just one-arm swings. This is the last series here. I'm doing a two-hand swing followed by 4 one-arm swings. And here it is on the left side, a two-hand swing, release the bottom hand, top arm controls it. 3, 4, and this last series here, I'm just doing full one-arm swings, just letting go of the bottom hand and swinging it 5 times in each direction. Friends, thanks for listening to my tutorial. This is Yogi Steve from Outlier Strength and Runyon Canyon Yoga. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms. It's Outlier Strength. I offer donation-based online training. You just got to make sure you're part of my Facebook group. Thank you very much. Swing away.